Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Out of the Park Baseball 18 with a drafted Reds team in the 2017 season. I've got a game here against, well, I've got a series here against Pittsburgh. So they're the ones immediately in front of me in the division. I've got my fate in my own hands, although I don't have my best starting pitchers. Oh, and I'd like to start off by apologizing for the last couple of videos being out of line, cut off on the far right hand side and the bottom. I did that for another game, and I guess I subscribed to the Grip It and Rip It school of streaming here, and I don't always check everything out before I start streaming. I've lost some audio because of that, and I had the problem with the screen getting cut off in the last couple of videos. I guess I should make some sort of a checklist and check it off every time I do this. But when I get into it, I just want to go ahead and I just turn it on and go, basically. I need to check up before I do that. So I apologize if that cut off any information that anybody wanted to see. Let's see. The bullpen is a little bit beat up. I'm having Matt Strahm start today, and he's not gone particularly far into any of these games, so my guess is I'm going to have to use the bullpen. Probably stump right away, but we'll see. Maybe it'll turn out better than I expect it to. But I'll go ahead and get right into the game. Okay, lefty starter. I was checking Jurickson Profar's batting splits, and he's been absolutely awful versus lefties. So I might sit Profar today and play Ozzie Albies at second. Albies might not hit very well either, but he does play very good defense at second base. Let's see what Jeimer Candelario's splits versus lefties have been. He's actually been hitting them pretty well. So we'll play Jeimer Candelario today, even though he's been slumping. We'll definitely play Brinson. Brinson's been eating lefties up pretty much. Well, those are good numbers. They're not what say Mike Trout would put up. The other thing, Oscar Hernandez, he's not been hitting particularly well against lefties for whatever reason. He's supposed to be better versus the lefties, but Carson Kelly's been hitting very well versus lefties, so we're going to play him. Moss, surprisingly, if you check his splits, he's been just as good versus lefties and righties. Maybe a little better versus lefties. So we'll leave him in the game. Almora, Freeze. This it doesn't look like a very strong lineup. Actually, I might do this instead. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Welcome to Great American Ballpark, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pitching today for the Reds, Matt Strahm. Strahm 0-5 with a 7.74 ERA. He struck out 31 batters in 43 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates second baseman Franklin Barreto. Barreto hitting 184 with 2 home runs and 12 RBIs. 3-1 count. Strom delivers. Liner to right field. That gets down for a base hit for Barreto. He's on at first base with very good speed. And Curtis Granderson stands in. Granderson hitting .287 with 37 home runs and 86 RBIs. Strom throws over to first. Barreto back. Checks the runner, delivers to Granderson at the plate. Granderson draws a walk. He's on at first now. Barreto moves up to second. First and second for Justin Turner. Turner, the Pirates' third baseman, hitting .309 with 15 home runs and 74 RBIs. And it's a balk. I don't think this game's going to go particularly well for me today. So Barreto and Granderson are both in scoring position for Turner now. Second and third, nobody out. Looper to right field. Brents is able to get underneath it and make the catch. The runner Barreto tags from third to score, and the Pirates go up 1-0 here in the top of the first. Oswaldo Arcia steps in. Arcia hitting .252 with 17 home runs and 49 RBIs. Granderson still out at second base. 1 out. Arcia strikes out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings Salvador Perez to the plate. Perez, the Pirates catcher, hitting .286 with 24 home runs and 74 RBIs. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it, throws to first. Perez is retired. And the Pirates go down here in the top of the first, but they score a run. They lead the Reds 1-0 after the first half inning. Pitching today for the Pirates, the left-hander Patrick Corbin. Corbin has an 8-11 record with a 6.2 ERA. He struck out 117 batters in 143 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Reds second baseman Ozzie Albies. Albies hitting .250 with a single RBI on the season. Line shot through the right side of the infield, base hit for Albies. He'll be on at first base with good speed for Albert Almora. Let's see. Wow, good combination between the pitcher and catcher holding runners, so we'll play station to station with Albies. Almora, the center fielder, hitting .222 with 3 home runs and 26 RBIs. Ground ball to second. Might have helped to put the runner in motion. But it's a 4-6-3 double play. Now 2 outs in the inning. That brings the right fielder Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson hitting .266 with 18 home runs and 55 RBIs. Hard ground ball down the third base line. Turner up with it, throws to first. Brinson's retired. And the Reds go down here in the bottom of the first. The Pirates lead them 1-0 here at Great American Ballpark. Eric Hosmer, the Pirates first baseman, stands in. Hosmer hitting .278 with 11 home runs and 50 RBIs. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it, throws to first. Hosmer's retired. 1 down in the inning for Ketel Marte. Marte, the Pirates shortstop, hitting .203 with 2 RBIs on the season. Is that a bunt? Yep. They just nip him. Marte out on an attempt to bunt to hit for a hit. 2 down now. That brings Mark Canha to the plate. Canha, the left fielder today, hitting .203 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. Strom delivers. Strikes out Canha for the last out here of the top of the second. Pirates go down 1-2-3, but they lead the Reds 1-0 after 1.5. Third baseman Heimer Candelario stands in. Candelario hitting .242 with 16 home runs and 55 RBIs. He struggled pretty mightily lately. He draws a walk here to lead off the inning. He'll be on at first base for David Freese. Freese playing first base today. Hitting .241 with 10 home runs and 32 RBIs. He's been mashing lefty pitching though. Fly ball to left field. Kane under it, puts it away for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That brings Brandon Moss to the plate. Moss playing left field, hitting .239 with 10 home runs and 33 RBIs. Ground ball to second. It goes 4, 5, back to 3, but not in time. Moss was hustling down a line to break up the double play. 2 down in the inning. That brings Carson Kelly to the plate. Kelly, the catcher, hitting .226 with 5 home runs and 27 RBIs. Ground ball down to third. Turner up with it, throws to first, and Kelly's retired for the last out here in the bottom of the second. And the Pirates lead the Reds 1-0 after 2. The pitcher, Patrick Corbin, stands in. Corbin hitting .167 with a couple RBIs. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it, throws to first. Corbin's retired for the first out of the inning. Franklin Barreto, the batter. Barreto hitting .192. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Line shot to left center field that gets down for extra bases for Barreto. He slides into second base with a double. He's in scoring position for Curtis Granderson. Granderson drew a walk earlier today. Takes off for third base. Big shift on. Apparently the third baseman Candelario was able to beat Barreto to third. Kelly guns him down. He's thrown out 14 of 26 would-be base stealers this season. And there are now 2 outs in the inning. Granderson hitting with nobody on now. 2 down. Ground ball to second. Albies fields it cleanly, throws to first. Granderson's retired, and the Pirates go down here at the top of the third. But they still lead the Reds 1-0 after 2.5. Pitcher Matt Strom steps in. He's 0 for the season. Ground ball back up the middle. Barreto up with it, throws to first. Strom's retired for the first out of the bottom of the third. 1 down. That brings the shortstop Andrelton Simmons to the plate. Simmons hitting .225 with 4 home runs and 30 RBIs. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Corbin up with it, throws to first. Simmons retired. 2 down in the inning. Ozzie Albies stands in. Albies 1 for 1. Line shot down the first base line. Hosmer picks it off. Albies is retired for the last out here in the bottom of the third. And the Pirates lead the Reds 1-0. Justin Turner at the plate. I believe he hit a sacrifice fly in the first inning. High deep drive to right center field. Turner got all of that one. And the Pirates now lead the Reds 2-0 here in the top of the fourth. That brings Arcia to the plate. Arcia 0 for 1. Line shot to center. Almora able to put it away for the second out of the inning. Or first out of the inning, I'm sorry. 1 down. That brings the catcher Salvador Perez to the plate. Perez 0 for 1. Looper to short center field. Simmons is able to range out to make the play. That's the second out of the inning, and Eric Hosmer stands in. The Pirates' first baseman 0 for 1. He strikes out here to end the inning. The Pirates tack on another run, though. They lead the Reds 2-0 after 3.5. Albert Almora at the plate. Almora 0 for 1. High deep drive to center field. Granderson's able to put it away close to the track. 1 down in the inning. That brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson 0 for 1. Line shot to right center field. That gets down and back to the wall for extra bases for Brinson. He slides into second safely with a double. He'll be in scoring position for Heimer Candelario. Candelario drew a walk earlier today. Looper to left. That falls in front of the left fielder for a base hit. Brinson's able to score on the play. And the Reds are on the board. It's now 2-1 Pittsburgh here in the bottom of the fourth. David Freese, the first baseman, stands in. Freese 0 for 1. Candelario at first base. Freese strikes out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Brandon Moss at the plate. Moss 0 for 1. Liner to left center field gets down for a base hit for Moss. Candelario moves up to second. The Reds have runners at first and second with 2 outs for Carson Kelly. Kelly, the catcher, 0 for 1. Line shot to right center field, gets down and back to the wall. Kelly digging for second base. Rudder Candelario scores. Moss is trying to round third and score. He's in safely. Kelly into second base with a 2 RBI double. And the Reds now lead the Pirates 3-2 in the bottom of the fourth. Kelly at second. The pitcher, Matt Strahm, at the plate. Strahm 0 for 1. Ha! Line shot to left field, but Kana makes a nice play out there to steal a base hit from Strahm. That would have been another RBI and possibly extra bases. And the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the fourth, but they take the lead 3-2. Pirates shortstop Ketel Marte stands in. Marte 0 for 1. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws to first. Marte's retired. 1 down in the inning. That brings Mark Canha to the plate. Canha 0 for 1. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Base hit for Canha. He's on at first base with 1 out for the pitcher, Corbin. Corbin 0 for 1 will probably be expected to bunt here. Strahm throws over. Canha back. Checks the runner. Delivers. Oh, it's a rain delay. Well, I don't know how Strahm's going to come out of that. We'll get a Stump up in the bullpen. Strahm throws over. Canha back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Corbin at the plate. Corbin gets his bunt down, but Strahm gets off the mound, throws to second, cuts down the lead runner, Canha. There are now 2 outs in the inning, and Corbin's out at first. That brings Franklin Barreto to the plate. Barreto a perfect 2 for 2 on the day. Strahm delivers. Ground ball back to the mound. Strahm up with it, throws to first. Barreto's retired, and the Pirates go down here in the top of the 5th. They fail to score, and the Reds lead them 3-2 after 4.5. Red shortstop Andrelton Simmons stands in. Simmons 0 for 1. Ground ball to short. Marte up with it, throws to first. Simmons is retired for the first out of the bottom of the 5th. Ozzie Albies steps in. Albies 1 for 2. Ground ball down to third. Turner up with it, throws to first. Albies is retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings Albert Almora to the plate. Almora 0 for 2 today. Ground ball down to first. Hosmer up with it, takes to the bag himself, and Almora's retired. The Reds go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 5th, but they lead the Pirates 3-2. Curtis Granderson steps in. Granderson 0 for 1. High deep drive to right field. That dies on the track though. Brenson puts it away for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That brings Justin Turner to the plate. Turner with a solo home run and a sacrifice fly today. He draws a walk. He'll be on at first base with 1 out for Oswaldo Arcia. Let's see. Rivero's exhausted. Altavia's got his day-to-day injury. Stump's ready right now. I'm going to get Altavia up. And Dakota Glover. Turner down at first base with average speed. Arcia at the plate. Arcia 0 for 2. Strom checks the runner. Turner delivers to Arcia. Hard hit ball back up the middle. That's a base hit for Arcia. The Pirates now have runners at first and second with only 1 out in the inning for Salvador Perez. Yeah, Strom's tired already. He trusts the guys in the bullpen. I'm going to get Altavilla into the game. New pitcher for the Reds, Dan Altavilla. Altavilla 3-2 with a 4.12 ERA. He struck out 72 batters in 54 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates catcher Salvador Perez. Perez 0 for 2. Runners at first and second, 1 down. Altavilla delivers. And it's a wild one. The runners move up to second and third. They're both in scoring position for Perez. He doesn't have a very good eye, but he can avoid Ks. Infield playing in. Ground ball down to third base. Runners have to stay where they are. Candelario up with it, throws to first. Perez is retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Still runners at second and third. Eric Hosmer at the plate. Let's see. Hosmer 0 for 2. On paper, I'd rather face Marte.
Strike 3, you're out.
Well, Altavilla strikes out Hosmer, and that ends the inning. The Pirates threaten here in the top of the 6th, but they fail to score. They strand 2, and the Reds lead them 3-2 here at Great American Ballpark after 5.5. Let's see. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. Brinson 1 for 2. Line shot to left center field. That gets down and back to the wall for extra bases for Brinson. Brinson's digging for third base. He's in safely with a triple. He's now 90 feet away for the third baseman, Heimer Candelario. Candelario 1 for 1 today. Infield playing in. Candelario with a ground ball to short. Marte up with it, throws to first. Candelario's retired. Brinson has to stay where he's at. 1 out in the inning. That brings David Freese to the plate. Freese 0 for 2. Brinson's still 90 feet away. Oh, they intentionally walk Freese. That brings Brandon Moss to the plate. Moss 1 for 2. Well, Moss can't bunt. I was thinking about maybe trying a safety squeeze, but Moss can't bunt. Infield playing in. Moss strikes out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Carson Kelly steps up. Kelly 1 for 2. He has two RBIs on the day. Looper to right field, but that's... It gets down for a base hit. The runner Brinson scores from third. Freese moves up to second. Runners at first and second. 2 outs for the pitcher Altavilla. Let's see. Corbin's still in there. I could pinch hit Profar, but Profar can play anywhere. I could pinch hit Oscar Hernandez, but if anything happens to Carson Kelly, I'm kind of screwed. I'm going to do it, though. Oh. Oscar Hernandez in to pinch hit, but they replace the pitcher Corbin with a new pitcher, Chaz Rowe. Rowe, a right-handed pitcher with a 3-0 record and a 3.92 ERA. He struck out 77 batters in 62 innings pitched. Well, I've already committed to Hernandez here, so we're going to go ahead and let him hit. Runners at first and second, 2 down. And Hernandez strikes out to end the inning. The Reds tack on another run, though. They lead the Pirates 4-2 after 6. New pitcher for the Reds, Jonathan Holder. Holder 4-4 with a 3.57 ERA. He struck out 66 batters in 63 innings pitched. He'll be facing Ketel Marte, the Pirates shortstop, 0 for 2. Holder delivers. Looper to left field, Moss moving in. Puts it away for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Mark Canha steps up. Canha 1 for 2. Holder delivers. Strikes out Canha for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Brings Jason Kreisen to the plate. Kreisen hitting .370 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Wow. Candelario ranged over very far to get that ball. But he has to put it in his pocket. Kreisen's on with a infield single. He's down at first with 2 outs for the second baseman, Franklin Barreto. Barreto 2 for 3. I'm going to get Glover up just in case. Holder delivers. Yep, things are going bad now. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Let's see who's pinch hitting. Drew Robinson. Robinson, the pinch hitter, hitting .239 with 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. Good contact and power. He feels just fine. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Holder delivers. Ground ball to second. Albie's up with it, throws to first. Robinson's retired. And the Reds end the threat here in the top of the 7th. The Pirates threaten. They strand 2 runners and fail to score. And the Reds lead them 4-2 after 6.5. New pitcher for the Pirates, Adam Warren. Warren 0-1 with a 5.03 ERA. He struck out 43 batters in 48 1/3 innings pitched. Line shot to left. Kane is able to make a running catch short of the warning track out there. For the first out of the inning, 1 down. Ozzie Albies steps in. Albies 1 for 3. Ground ball to short. Marte up with it, throws to first. Albies is retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Albert Almora steps in. Almora 0 for 3. Ground ball to short. Marte up with it, throws to first, and Almora is retired. That ends the bottom of the 7th here. The Reds go down 1-2-3, but they lead the Pirates 4-2. New pitcher for the Reds, Bobby Wall. Wall 5-4 with a 3.58 ERA. He struck out 70 batters in 60 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing Justin Turner. Turner 1 for 1 today with a solo home run and 2 RBIs. Ground ball to second. Albies makes a routine play to first. Turner's retired for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Oswaldo Arcia at the plate. Arcia 1 for 3.
Strike 3, you're out.
Wall strikes him out for the second out of the inning. Salvador Perez stands in, the catcher 0 for 3.
Strike 3.
And Wall strikes him out to end the inning. The Pirates go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 8th, and the Reds lead them 4-2 after 7.5. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. The Reds right fielder 2 for 3. Ground ball to short. Marte up with it, throws to first. Brinson's retired for the first out of the inning. That brings the third baseman Heimer Candelario to the plate. Candelario 1 for 2 with a walk. He strikes out here for the second out of the inning, 2 down. David Freese stands in. Freese 0 for 2.
Strike 3, you're out.
And he strikes out to end the inning. The Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th. And the score is still 4-2 after 8. New pitcher for the Reds, Edwin Diaz. Diaz 2-2 with a 1.75 ERA. He struck out 70 batters in 46 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates' first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 0 for 3. Ground ball to second. Albies makes the routine play to first. There's 1 down in the inning. That brings Ketel Marte to the plate. Marte 0 for 3. Line shot to left. That gets down and back to the wall. Marte's into second with a double. He's on at second with good speed for Mark Canha. Canha, the left fielder, 1 for 3. Diaz delivers. Strikes out Canha for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jason Kreisen steps in. Kreisen 1 for 1. 382 on the season. Line shot past the third baseman. Marte moves up to third. The Pirates now have runners at first and third with 2 outs for Franklin Barreto. Barreto 2 for 3 today. I don't know if I should get somebody up or not. I mean, if my closer loses it, he loses it. Runners at first and third, 2 down. It's a ground ball down the first base line. Oh, the runner's going to score from first. The Pirates have tied it up. And Barreto is into second with a 2 RBI double. It's now 4-4. And the pinch hitter, Hector Sanchez, stands in. I can make a double switch here. I think I will. Blown save for Edwin Diaz today. We'll get Adrian Gonzalez in at first base. Barreto at second with good speed. Hector Sanchez at the plate. Let's see. I guess I'd rather pitch to Sanchez than Justin Turner, even though there's a base open. Oh, high deep drive to right center field. Sanchez got all of that one. And the Pirates now lead the Reds 6-4 in the top of the 9th. That brings Justin Turner to the plate. Turner 1 for 2 with a solo home run and 2 RBIs. Oh, wow. They're hitting them all over the park now. Line drive down the first base line. Base hit for Turner. He's on at first with 2 outs for Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 1 for 4. Looper to center. Almore moving in. He's able to put it away. And the Pirates are finally retired here in the top of the 9th. They score 4 runs, though, and they lead the Reds 6-4 after 8.5. New pitcher for the Pirates, Joakim Soria. Soria 4-2 with a 4.34 ERA. He struck out 53 batters in 58 innings pitched. He'll be facing Brandon Moss. Moss 1 for 3. Ground ball to second. Routine play to first. Moss is retired. 1 down. Carson Kelly at the plate. Kelly 2 for 3. Hearted ball down to first. Hosmer up with it. Takes to the bag himself. Kelly's retired. That's 2 down. And that brings the first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez, to the plate. Gonzalez hitting .271 with 20 home runs and 57 RBIs. Soria strikes him out to end the game. And the Pirates win here in Cincinnati 6-4. Well, you think when you get your closer in, it's going to go your way. But not today. I even got a relatively decent start out of Matt Strom. Oh well. I'm just not supposed to win this year, I don't think. So now I'm 4 games back. I need to do some shuffling here. Let me get John Gray up from AAA. I might need a relief pitcher as well. We'll send Strom down. Felipe Rivera's ready to pitch. Stump's ready to pitch. I guess Wall and Diaz can both pitch. Maybe Diaz probably shouldn't pitch. I'll go ahead and send Coda Glover down. We'll get a relief pitcher up from AAA. Could bring up Ellington. You know, Felice has sort of been an enigma to me. But I'm going to bring him up. I'm going to bring him up. If I have to pitch him, I have to pitch him. Alright, we'll put Strom back in the rotation here. Long relief, emergency starting pitcher for Cooney. Make Birdie the closer. Saying I don't have a starter. Okay, right-hand pitching. Profar leadoff. Brinson in second. Brandon Moss. Heimer Candelario. We'll play Derek Fisher. Ozzy Albies at short. Welcome to Great American Ballpark, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Reds in second place right now, Pirates in first. Reds 4 games back. Today they'll be starting John Gray. Gray 2-5 with a 5.37 ERA. He struck out 51 batters in 55 and a third innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates' second baseman, Ketel Marte. Marte hitting .205 with 2 RBIs on the season. Oh, 0-1 pitch, line shot to left center field. That gets down for extra bases for Marte. He's into second with a double. Marte in scoring position for Curtis Granderson. Granderson playing center field today is hitting .286 with 37 home runs and 86 RBIs. Gray delivers. Granderson grounds to first. Gonzalez takes it to the bag himself. Granderson's retired. Marte's now 90 feet away at third base for Justin Turner. Turner playing third base, hitting .311 with 16 home runs and 76 RBIs. Great delivery. He plunks Turner, puts him on first. Brings the shortstop Xander Bogaerts to the plate. Bogaerts hitting .309 with 20 home runs and 73 RBIs. Pirates have runners at first and third, one down. Gray delivers. It's a wild one. Marte scores from third. Turner moves up to second base. And the Pirates now lead at 1-0 here in the top of the first. Gray delivers. Ground ball back up the middle. Albie's up with it, throws to first. Bogaerts is retired for the second out of the inning. Turner moves up to third base. He's there with 2 outs now for the catcher Salvador Perez. Perez hitting .284 with 24 home runs and 74 RBIs. Line shot to the right side of the infield, base hit for Perez. Turner scores from third. The Pirates now lead at 2-0. 2 outs in the inning. That brings Jason Kreisen to the plate. Kreisen playing right field today, hitting .393 with a home run and 5 RBIs. Gray walks him. He's on at first base. Salvador Perez moves up to second. First and second, 2 down for Drew Robinson. Robinson playing first base, hitting .238 with 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. High deep drive to right field. Robinson got all of that one. And the Pirates now lead the Reds 5-0 after the top of the first. Brings Mark Canha to the plate. Canha hitting .205 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. Mercifully, John Gray strikes him out to staunch the bleeding, but the Reds are still down 5-0 after a half inning. Pitching today for the Pirates, Vince Velasquez. Velasquez with an 8-5 record and a 4.65 ERA. He struck out 118 batters in 122 innings pitched. He'll be facing the second baseman, Jurickson Profar. Profar hitting .267 with 7 home runs and 39 RBIs. Profar strikes out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Lewis Brinson stands in. Line shot to the right side of the infield. Base hit for Brinson. He's on at first base with 1 out for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the first baseman, hitting .270 with 20 home runs and 57 RBIs. Top ground ball down to first. Robinson underhands to the pitcher Velasquez, who covers. Gonzalez is retired for the second out of the inning. Brinson moves up to second. He's there in scoring position for Derek Fisher. Fisher hitting .211 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. Line shot to second. Marte puts it away. Fisher's retired, and the Reds go down here in the bottom of the first. They strand a runner, and they trail the Pirates 5-0 after 1. Vince Velasquez at the plate. Velasquez hitting .108. Gray strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Brings the second baseman Ketel Marte up. Marte 1 for 1. Ground ball to first. Oh, we're going to get an error. Who's it on? On the pitcher, Gray. Good speed on at first with 1 out for Curtis Granderson. Granderson 0 for 1. Gray strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Marte still down at first base. Justin Turner steps in. Turner drew a walk earlier. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Turner. Marte moves up to third on the hit. Runners at first and third. 2 down for Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 1. Gray strikes him out to end the inning. The Pirates threaten again here in the top of the second, but they fail to score. They still lead the Reds 5-0 after 1.5. Brandon Moss steps to the plate. The Reds left fielder hitting .239 with 10 home runs and 33 RBIs. Moss draws a walk here. He'll be on at first with nobody out for Jeimer Candelario. Candelario, the third baseman, hitting .243 with 16 home runs and 56 RBIs. Line shot to left center field and deep. It gets down and back to the wall. Candelario coasts into second with a double. Moss moves up to third base. There'll be runners at second and third with nobody out for the catcher Oscar Hernandez. Hernandez hitting .273 with 10 home runs and 41 RBIs. Oh, we might get a rain delay here. Ground ball to short. The runner Moss scores from third. Bogaerts throws to first to retire Hernandez. There's now 1 down in the inning. Candelario still out at second base. The pitcher John Gray at the plate. Gray 0 for the season.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Ozzie Albies steps in. Albies hitting .250. He has 1 RBI. Albies strikes out to end the inning. The Reds strand a runner, but they do score a run. They now trail the Pirates 5-1 after 2. Salvador Perez steps in. The catcher 1 for 1. High fly ball to left. Moss puts it away for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Jason Kreisen steps up. Kreisen drew a walk earlier. Ground ball to first. Gonzalez takes to the bag himself. Kreisen's retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Drew Robertson steps in. Robinson 1 for 1 today with a 3-run home run. Gray strikes him out to end the inning. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the third, but they lead the Reds 5-1 after 2.5. Jurickson Profar steps to the plate. Profar 0 for 1. High deep drive to right field. I think Profar got all that one. It's not coming back. And the Reds have cut the lead to 3. They now trail the Pirates 5-2. On the Jurickson Profar solo home run. Still nobody out in the inning. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. Brinson 1 for 1. Line shot to right center field. That gets down and back to the wall for Brinson. He slides into second with a double. And he's in scoring position for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 1. Velasquez delivers. Hard hit ball down to third. Oh, they throw it away at first. Brinson's able to round third and score. Gonzalez moves up to second base. Still nobody out in the inning. And the Reds now trail by 2. It's 5-3 in the bottom of the third. Derek Fisher steps to the plate. Fisher 0 for 1. Line shot to the right side of the infield. Base hit for Fisher. Gonzalez rounds third and scores. And the Reds now only trail by 1. It's 5-4. Fisher at first, nobody out. Brandon Moss at the plate. Moss drew a walk earlier. Line shot to center, gets down for a base hit for Moss. Fisher moves up to second base. The Reds now have runners at first and second with nobody out for the third baseman Jeimer Candelario. Candelario 1 for 1. Top ground ball to second. Marte on to Bogaerts to cut down the runner. Moss going for second. No throw to first. Candelario safe. Runners at first and third. 1 down for the catcher Oscar Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 1 with an RBI. Line shot to right center field. Gets down and back to the wall for Hernandez. The runner Fisher scores from third. Candelario moves up to third base, and the Reds now have runners at second and third with one out. I don't know if my I didn't think I'd get back into this, and I don't know if my bullpen's deep enough to go all these innings. I mean, I should be alright. Runners is second and third, pinch hitting for the Reds, Eric Jagiello. Jagiello hitting .222 with a home run and 3 RBIs. One out in the inning. Velasquez delivers. Liner to center. That's deep enough to score the runner Candelario from third. And the Reds take the lead 6-5 here in the bottom of the third. Hernandez had to stay at second base. There are now 2 outs. Ozzie Albies steps in. Albies 0 for 1. Top ground ball. Back to the mound. Velasquez jumps off the mound. The fielder throws to first. Albies is retired. But the Reds score 5 here in the bottom of the third. And they now lead the Pirates 6-5 after 3. New pitcher for the Reds, Daniel Stump. Stump 2-0 with a 2.25 ERA. He struck out 25 batters in 36 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates left fielder, Mark Canha. Canha 0 for 1. Ground ball down to first. Gonzalez takes it to the bag himself. Canha's retired for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Brings the pitcher Chaz Rowe to the plate. Rowe 0 for 1 on the season. Ground ball down to third. Candelario up with it, throws to first. Rowe's retired for the second out of the inning. Brings Ketel Marte to the plate. Marte 1 for 2 today. Line shot gets past the shortstop into left center field. Base hit for Marte. He's on at first with good speed for Curtis Granderson. Granderson 0 for 2. Stump throws over to first. Marte back. I better get somebody up in the bullpen. Marte at first, Granderson at the plate. Stump checks the runner, Marte delivers to Granderson. Looper to right field. And Fisher's able to make the catch to retire Granderson. And the Pirates go down here in the top of the fourth. They fail to score, and they trail the Reds 6-5 after 3.5. Jurickson Profar steps to the plate. Profar 1 for 2 with a solo home run. New pitcher for the Pirates, Chaz Rowe. Rowe 3-0 with a 3.9 ERA. Ground ball down to first. They just nipped Profar. 1 down in the inning. That brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson a perfect 2 for 2.
Strike 3.
He strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Adrian Gonzalez steps in. Gonzalez 0 for 2. Looper to right. The second baseman, Marte goes out to shallow right field to make the catch. And Gonzalez is retired. The Reds go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the fourth. But they lead the Pirates 6-5 after 4. Stump into his second inning of work. He'll be facing Justin Turner. Turner 1 for 1. Turner walks, and he's on at first base with nobody out for Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 2. Stump throws over. Turner back.
Strike 3. You're out.
He strikes out Bogaerts for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Turner's still at first. The catcher Salvador Perez steps in. Perez 1 for 2. Stump strikes out Perez for the second inning. 2 down. Jason Kreisen steps up. Kreisen 0 for 1. Turner still down at first. High deep drive to right field. Kreisen got all of that one. 2-run home run for Pittsburgh. And they now lead the Reds 7-6 in the top of the fifth. Two down now. Drew Robinson steps in. Robinson 1 for 2 today with a 3-run home run.
Strike 3.
Stump strikes him out to end the inning. But the Pirates score 2. They now lead the Reds 7-6 after 4.5. Derek Fisher steps to plate. Fisher 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Rose strikes him out for the first outing. 1 down. Brandon Moss steps in. Moss 1 for 1 with a walk. Line shot to right field. That gets down for a base hit for Moss. He's on at first with 1 out for Heimer Candelario. Candelario 1 for 2. I don't know. I'm going to have to pitch Felice, I guess. I don't. Moss down at first. Heimer Candelario at the plate. Candelario 1 for 2. Rose strikes him out here for the second outing. 2 down. Oscar Hernandez stands in. Hernandez 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Ground ball down to first. Robinson up with it. Takes to the bag himself, and Hernandez is retired. The Reds go down here in the bottom of the fifth. They strand a base runner and fail to score, and they trail the Pirates 7-6 at Great American Ballpark. It actually says Stump's still alright, but I don't think that's the case. Let's see. New pitcher for the Reds, Michael Felice. Better get somebody else up in the bullpen right away. Felice 0-4 with a 6.43 ERA. He struck out 20 batters in 21 innings pitched. Also walked 21 batters. He's pitching to Mark Canha. Canha 0 for 1. 0 for 2, I mean. Fly ball to right field. Fisher makes the catch. There's one down in the inning, and that brings Eric Hosmer to the plate. Hosmer pinch hitting. He's hitting .275 with 11 home runs and 50 RBIs. Felice delivers. Ground ball down to third. Candelario gloves it, but there's no throw to first. Hosmer with an infield base hit. He's on at first with 1 out for Ketel Marte. Marte 2 for 3. Ground ball to short. Oh. Alves makes an error out there. All hands are safe. Runners at first and second. 1 down for Curtis Granderson. Granderson 0 for 3. Ground ball back to the pitcher, Felice. He fields it, throws, and cuts down the runner, Marte, going to second. Hosmer moves up to third. The Pirates now have runners at first and third for Justin Turner. Turner 1 for 1 today. Altavilla is ready in the bullpen. Runners at first and third, 2 down. New pitcher for the Reds, Dan Altavilla. Altavilla 3-2 with a 4.07 ERA. He struck out 73 batters in 55 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing Justin Turner. Altavilla delivers. Strikes out Turner to end the inning. The Pirates threaten in the top of the 6th, but they fail to score. They lead the Reds 7-6 after 5.5. Let's see, Paco Rodriguez. I'm probably going to want Rivera to pitch a couple innings. I'll get him up and have him pitch to Bogaerts, Perez, and Kreisen, even though he's lefty. Alright, left-handed pitcher. I want a right-handed pinch hitter. We'll let David Freese hit. New pitcher for the Pirates, Paco Rodriguez. Rodriguez 2-5 with a 4.42 ERA. He struck out 55 batters in 59 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Reds pinch hitter David Freese. Freese hitting .238 with 10 home runs and 32 RBIs.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Freese for the first out of the inning. One down. Ozzie Albies steps to the plate. Albies 0 for 2. Line shot down the right field line. Gets down for a base hit for Albies. He's on at first base with 1 out for Jurickson Profar. They put the run and hit on. Oh. And Albies is out. Perez guns him down. Now 2 outs. Jurickson Profar at the plate. Profar 1 for 3 today with a solo home run. Popped up on the infield. Shortstop Bogaerts settles underneath and makes the catch. Profar's retired. And that ends the inning. Let's see. I might get Andrelton Simmons into the game since Profar just popped out. New pitcher for the Reds, Felipe Rivero. Rivero 3-1 with a 2.47 ERA. He struck out 66 batters in 58 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 3. Looper to right field. Fisher over by the line. Makes a nice catch out there. Steals potential extra bases from Bogaerts. 1 down the inning. That brings the catcher Salvador Perez to the plate. Perez 1 for 3. Line shot to the left side of the infield, base hit for Perez. He's on at first base with 1 out for Jason Kreisen. Kreisen, the right fielder, 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run. Rivero strikes out Kreisen for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The Pirates go to a pinch hitter, Franklin Barreto. Barreto hitting .206 with 2 home runs and 14 RBIs. Perez still down at first base, 2 outs in the inning. Rivero delivers. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws to first. Barreto is retired. The Pirates strand a runner here in the top of the 7th. They fail to score, but they lead the Reds 7-6 here at Great American Ballpark. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. The Reds center fielder 2 for 3.
Strike 3.
Rodriguez strikes him out. Oh. Oh, wonderful. So I lost probably my biggest home run threat. One of my biggest home run threats, I guess. Adrian Gonzalez steps to play with 1 out. He's 0 for 3. He draws a walk here. He's on at first base with 1 down for Derek Fisher. Fisher 1 for 3. Line shot down to the right field corner. Gets down for extra bases for Fisher. Gonzalez moves up to third. Fisher into second. And the Reds now have runners at second and third with only 1 out for Brandon Moss. Moss 2 for 2. Pirates bring the infield in. Moss sneaks it through the infield. 2 runs are going to score on the hit. And the Reds take the lead 8-7. Moss down at first base, still only 1 out in the inning, brings Heimer Candelario to the plate. Candelario 1 for 3. He'll be facing a new pitcher for the Pirates, Pierce Johnson. Johnson 6-2 with a 5.88 ERA. He struck out 68 batters in 52 innings pitched. Oh! Candelario is plunked. He trots down to first. Moss moves up to second. The Reds now have runners at first and second with 1 out for Oscar Hernandez. Hernandez 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Liner to center, but Granderson makes a nice catch out there to steal base hit for Hernandez. 2 down in the inning. Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. The Reds shortstop hitting .223 with 4 home runs and 30 RBIs. I'm going to send the runners with Simmons at the plate. Line shot to the left side infield. Base hit for Simmons. The runner Moss scores from second. Candelario moves up to third base, and the Reds now have runners at first and third for Ozzie Albies. They lead the Pirates 9-7 here now. Albies 1 for 3. Line shot down the left field corner. Gets down for extra bases for Albies. He's into second. 2 runs are going to score on the hit. And the Reds now lead the Pirates 11-7 in the bottom of the 7th. Albies out at second base with good speed. Felipe Rivero at the plate. You know what? I think I'd rather let Rivero pitch the next inning. I'm going to let him hit. Albies at second, Rivero at the plate. Oh! Looper to right field. Oh, but Valera is able to put it away. Rivero tried to help his own cause there, but hits into bad luck. And the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the 7th. They do score 5 runs, and they now lead the Pirates 11-7. Felipe Rivero into his second inning of work could be facing Mark Canha. Canha 0 for 3. Rivero delivers. Seeing eye single through the left side of the infield, base hit for Canha. He's on at first base for the right fielder Breyvic Valera. Valera hitting .250. Ground ball to short. Simmons to Albies to Gonzalez. A 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs in the inning now for Ketel Marte. Marte 2 for 4. High fly ball to center field. Almora moves over to make the catch. And that retires the Pirates here in the top of the 8th. They go down. Well, they don't quite go down 1, 2, 3. They fail to score here in the top of the 8th, and they trail the Reds 11-7 after 7.5. New pitcher for the Pirates, Matt Albers. We'll let Holder close it out. He'll be facing Albert Almora. Albers 2-0 with a 3.58 ERA. He struck out 31 batters in 37 2/3 innings pitched. Almora with a deep drive to right field. He got all of that one, and it's not coming back. The Reds now lead the Pirates 12-7 on the Albert Almora solo home run. That brings Adrian Gonzalez to the plate. Gonzalez 0 for 3. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Gonzalez has a base hit. He's now 1 for 4. He's on at first base with nobody out for Derek Fisher. Fisher 2 for 4 today with an RBI. Liner to center. Base hit for Fisher. Gonzalez moves up to second on the play. The Reds now have runners at first and second for Brandon Moss. Moss a perfect 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. High deep drive to center field. Granderson under it puts it away. The runners have to stay where they're at. And there's now 1 down in the inning for Heimer Candelario. The Reds' third baseman hitting 1 for 3 today. Line shot through the right side of the infield. Base hit for Candelario. The runner Gonzalez scores from second. And the Reds now lead the Pirates 13-7. They still have runners at first and second with 1 down for Oscar Hernandez. Hernandez 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings the shortstop Andrelton Simmons to the plate. Simmons 1 for 1 with an RBI. Reds still have runners at first and second. Line shot to short. Bogarts makes a nice play out there to steal a base hit from Simmons. And the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the 8th. But they tack on 2 more runs. They now lead the Pirates 13-7. Let's see. Let's get Rivero out of the game before he gets exhausted. Now pitching for the Reds, Jonathan Holder. Holder 4-4 with a 3.52 ERA. He struck out 67 batters in 64 innings pitched. He'll be facing Curtis Granderson. Granderson 0-4. Big shift on for Granderson. Looper to right field. Fisher moves in to make the catch. He almost hurts himself on it. 1 down in the inning. That brings Justin Turner to the plate. Turner 1 for 2. Holder delivers. Ground ball to second. Albie's up with it. Throws to first. Turner's retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Xander Bogaerts steps to the plate. Bogaerts 0 for 4. Holder delivers. Ground ball to second. Albies ranges to his left to pick it off. Throws to first. Bogaerts is retired. And the Reds win here today at Great American Ballpark over the Pirates 13-7. Badly needed win for the Reds. Major offensive burst as well. Reds had 17 hits. It's like all those hits they haven't been getting for these last few months all came today. Uh-oh, Harrison Cooney's out. Nobody on the waiver wire. Johnny Gomes might not be a bad pickup if I still need somebody. Still needed somebody to hit left-handed pitching because he may not be doing anything else, but he is hitting left-handed pitching. All right, let me see who I can start today. Thankfully, Fulmer's ready to start. Edwin Diaz is rested, so is Bobby Wall. I guess hopefully Coda Glover's ready down here. Maybe not. Oh yeah, he's ready. Oh, not Felipe Rivero. Alright, hopefully with Fulmer starting, we won't need to go deep in the bullpen. But Edwin Diaz is ready. We're facing Noah Syndergaard, so even though I've got my ace going, he's got a pretty good chance to win today. Let me check the lineups. Alright. We'll play the game. I don't know. I think I'm going to play my good defense today. Count on it being a defensive game. How's Candelario been hitting? Oh, he's been hitting pretty well lately. Last couple games, anyway. Moss was 3 for 4, so he gets to play. I think Fisher had a good game. Yeah, 3 for 5. Well, pretty much everybody had a good game. Brinson had a good game before he was ejected. Profar, oh, he's 1 for 4. That's not terrible. All right, Profar, Brinson, Moss, or Gonzalez, Moss, Candelario, Fisher, Carson Kelly, and Andrelton Simmons. All right, welcome to Great American Ballpark, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates. Starting today for the Reds, Michael Fulmer. Fulmer with an 11-8 record and a 2.89 ERA. He struck out 160 batters in 174 and 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates' second baseman Drew Robinson. Robinson hitting .240 with 4 home runs and 23 RBIs. Fulmer strikes out Robinson for the first out of the game. 1 down. Brings Jason Kreisen to the plate. Kreisen hitting .390 with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws to first. Kreisen's retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings Justin Turner to the plate. Turner hitting .311 with 16 home runs and 76 RBIs. Line shot to the left side of the infield. Base hit for Turner. He's on at first base with 2 outs for Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia hitting .251 with 17 home runs and 49 RBIs. Fulmer strikes him out to end the inning. The Pirates strand a base runner and they fail to score. It's 0-0 after a half inning. Pitching today for the Pirates, Noah Syndergaard. Syndergaard with an 11-7 record and a 2.55 ERA. He struck out 200 batters in 162 and 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Red second baseman Jurickson Profar. Profar hitting .267 with 8 home runs and 40 RBIs.
Strike 3.
Profar strikes out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson hitting .271 with 18 home runs and 55 RBIs. Top ground ball down to first. They throw it away. Who gets the error there? Oh, I don't know. I think it's Hosmer's error. But Brinson's on at first with 1 out for Adrian Gonzalez. Let's see. Syndergaard. Oh, wow. Syndergaard's got a terrible hold. Sanchez has a bad arm. Or, well, slightly above average arm. Not bad. So we'll give Brinson the green light here. 1-0 the count. Brinson still has the green light. Takes off for second base. He's in there safely. He's now in scoring position with 1 out for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the Reds' first baseman, hitting .270 with 20 home runs and 57 RBIs. Syndergaard strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings Brandon Moss to the plate. The Reds' left fielder hitting .249 with 10 home runs and 35 RBIs.
Strike 3.
Syndergaard strikes him out to end the inning. The Reds threaten here in the bottom of the first, but they fail to score. 0-0 after 1 here at Great American Ballpark. Standing in for the Pirates, Xander Bogaerts. The shortstop hitting .306 with 20 home runs and 73 RBIs. Line shot to the left side of the infield, base hit for Bogaerts. He's on at first base with average speed for Eric Hosmer. Hosmer, the left-hand hitting first baseman, hitting .277 with 11 home runs and 50 RBIs. Fulmer delivers. Big shift on for Hosmer. He grounds it to second. And the Reds are able to turn a 4-5-3 double play. Bogaerts cut down at second, Hosmer at first. 2 down the inning now for Hector Sanchez. Sanchez hitting .311 with 7 home runs and 20 RBIs. Fulmer delivers. Ground ball down to first. Gonzalez up with it and takes it to the bag himself. Sanchez is retired. And the Pirates go down here in the second. They fail to score. No score after 1.5. Reds third baseman Heimer Candelario steps to plate. Candelario hitting .245 with 16 home runs and 57 RBIs. Top ground ball out in front of the plate. Sanchez out to grab it. Throws to first. Candelario is retired. 1 down. That brings Derek Fisher to the plate. Fisher hitting .235 with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs.
Strike 3.
Syndergaard strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 4th K of the day for Syndergaard already. Brings the catcher Carson Kelly to the plate. Kelly hitting .230 with 5 home runs and 30 RBIs.
Strike 3. You're out.
Syndergaard strikes him out for the 5th strikeout of the game. Still no score after 2 here at Great American Ballpark. Pirates left fielder Mark Canha stands in. Canha hitting .206 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. Fulmer strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. The pitcher Noah Syndergaard stands in. Syndergaard no automatic out, hitting .250 with 5 home runs and 13 RBIs. Fulmer delivers. Hard hit ground ball to second. Profar comes up with it, throws to first. Syndergaard's retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down, that brings Drew Robinson to the plate. Robinson 0 for 1. Fulmer strikes him out to end the inning. Pirates go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the third, and there's still no score here at Great American Ballpark. The pitcher, Michael Fulmer, hitting for the Reds. Fulmer has a .164 average, a home run, and 3 RBIs. Line shot to left field. Fulmer just got himself a base hit off of Noah Syndergaard. He's on at first base with nobody out for Andrelton Simmons. Simmons, the shortstop, hitting .225 with 4 home runs and 31 RBIs. Ground ball. Oh, ground ball to short. But Bogaerts boots it. All hands are safe. Fulmer moves up to second. The Reds now have runners at first and second with nobody out for Jurickson Profar. Profar 0 for 1. Syndergaard delivers. Ground ball down to third base. Turner has to stick in his pocket. All hands are safe again. Now the Reds have the bases loaded with nobody out for Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 1 on the day. Syndergaard strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That brings Adrian Gonzalez to the plate. Gonzalez 0 for 1. Looper to left. Is that going to be deep enough to score the runner from third? He tags up. Slides in. And Fulmer's in safely. He scores, helping his own cause. And the Reds now lead the Pirates 1-0 in the bottom of the third. 2 down. Still runners at first and second. Brandon Moss steps in. Moss, the left fielder, 0 for 1. Ground ball to the shortstop. On the right-hand side of the second base bag, Bogaerts takes it and cuts down the runner trying to move up to second. The Reds are retired here in the bottom of the third, but they lead the Pirates 1-0. Jason Kreisen steps to the plate. The Pirates center fielder 0 for 1. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Fulmer off the mound, throws to first. Kreisen's retired. 1 down in the inning for Justin Turner. Turner 1 for 1. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws to first. Turner's retired for the second out of the top of the fourth. That brings Oswaldo Arcia to the plate. Arcia 0 for 1. Looper to left field. Moss moving in, makes the catch. And the side's retired. The Pirates go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the fourth. And the Reds lead them 1-0 after 3.5. Third baseman Heimer Candelario stands in. Candelario 0 for 1. Ground ball to second. Robinson up with it, throws to first. Candelario's retired. 1 down here in the fourth. That brings Derek Fisher to the plate. Fisher 0 for 1. Fly ball to center. Kreisen under it, puts it away for the second out of the inning. That brings to the plate the Reds catcher Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 1. Line shot to deep center field. That gets back off the wall. Kelly into second base with a double. He's in scoring position for the pitcher, Michael Fulmer. Fulmer 1 for 1 on the day. Hard hit ball to short. Bogart's up with it, throws to first, and Fulmer's retired. The Reds threaten here in the bottom of the fourth, but they fail to score. They strand a runner. But they lead the Pirates 1-0. Xander Bogart steps to the plate. Bogart's 1 for 1. Fulmer strikes him out for the first outing. 1 down. Eric Hosmer stands in. The Pirates' first baseman 0 for 1. Line shot to right field. Gets down for a base hit for Hosmer. He's on at first with 1 out for Hector Sanchez. Sanchez 0 for 1. Fulmer throws over to first. Hosmer back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Sanchez at the plate. Pop up in foul territory on the right side of the infield. Gonzalez under it, puts it away for the second out of the inning. That brings the left fielder Mark Canha to the plate. Canha 0 for 1. Hosmer still down at first base. Fulmer delivers. Ground ball down to third. Candelario up with it, cuts down the lead runner. And the Pirates are retired here in the top of the fifth. The Reds lead them 1-0 at Great American Ballpark after 4.5. Red shortstop Andrelton Simmons stands in. Simmons 0 for 1. Syndergaard delivers. Line shot to left center field. Oh, Kreisen makes a nice play out there to steal a base hit from Simmons. I'm sorry. 1 down in the inning for Jurickson Profar. Profar 1 for 2.
Strike 3.
He strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 7th K of the day for Syndergaard. And Lewis Brinson stands in. The Red center fielder 0 for 2. Finally makes contact. Ground ball to first. Hosmer up with it. Takes it to the bag himself, and Brinson's retired. The Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fifth. But they lead the Pirates 1-0. Noah Syndergaard stands in. Syndergaard 0 for 1. He draws a walk here. Oh, this could go south quickly if you start walking the pitcher. Pirates have a runner, Syndergaard at first. Nobody out for the second baseman, Drew Robinson. Robinson 0 for 2. Ground ball to short. Simmons to Profar. Relay to first, but oh, they nipped him at first. Double play. And Fulmer gets out of trouble as quickly as he gets in it. 2 down now. Jason Kreisen steps in. Kreisen 0 for 2. Pop up in foul territory. Candelario under it, puts it away. And the Pirates are retired here in the top of the sixth. 1-0 the score. Reds lead at Great American Ballpark. Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Line shot to first base. Hosmer picks it off, though. Steals potential extra bases from Gonzalez. 1 down the inning. That brings Brandon Moss to the plate. Moss 0 for 2. Big shift on from Moss. Looper to center. Kreisen puts it away for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Heimer Candelario at the plate. Candelario 0 for 2. Line shot to the right side of the infield. Base hit for Candelario. He's on at first with 2 down for Derek Fisher. Fisher 0 for 2.
Strike 3. You're out.
Syndergaard strikes him out to end the inning. His 8th K of the day. The Reds get a base runner. but they failed to score. They lead the Pirates, but they do lead the Pirates 1-0 after 6. Justin Turner at the plate. Turner 1 for 2. Line shot through the right side of the infield. Base hit for Turner. He's on at first with nobody out for Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 0 for 2. Turner with average speed at first.
Strike 3.
Fulmer strikes out Arcia for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Turner still at first base. Xander Bogaerts at the plate. Bogaerts 1 for 2. Line shot down the left field line. Bogaerts with a double. Turner moves up to third base. The Pirates now have runners at second and third for the first baseman Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 1 for 2. Infield in. Fly ball to center. Is that going to be deep enough to score the runner from third? He tags up. Throw home. Turner's safe. And the Pirates have tied it up 1-1 here in the top of the 7th. Let's see. That brings the catcher Hector Sanchez to the plate. They put him on. They're going to face Mark Canha here. Pitch hitter Curtis Granderson. Nice. Good play. Good play. All right. Runners at first and second. 2 down. We're going to bring Dan Altavilla into pitch. Altavilla 3-2 with a 4.04 ERA. He struck out 74 batters in 55 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the pinch hitter Curtis Granderson. Granderson hitting .282 with 37 home runs and 86 RBIs. Altavilla delivers.
Strike 3. You're out.
Strikes out Granderson to end the inning. The Pirates score a run. They tie it up in the top of the 7th. It's now 1-1 after 6.5. I'm not sure what to do here. I guess I'll get Bobby Wall up. Oh, hey, good morning, Al. How are you doing today? No Syndergaard into his 7th inning of work. The score's now tied 1-1. Carson Kelly, the hitter. Kelly 1 for 2.
Strike 3. You're out.
Syndergaard strikes him out for the first out here to the bottom of the 7th. We'll let Eric Jagiello pinch hit here. Jagiello, the pinch hitter, hitting .222 with 1 home run and 4 RBIs. Syndergaard strikes him out for his 10th K of the game. We're now 2 down, and Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. Simmons 0 for 2. Ground ball down to third base. Turner up with it, throws out Simmons at first. And the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 7th. The score is still tied 1-1. I'm all right. My team's dropped out of first place, and I'm playing the first place team right now. He's got Noah Syndergaard pitching, and I had Michael Fulmer. And it's been a nail biter. He's still got Syndergaard in the game. I've gone to my bullpen. New pitcher for the Reds, Bobby Wall. Wall 5-4 with a 3.52 ERA. He struck out 72 batters in 61 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the pitcher Noah Syndergaard. Syndergaard 0 for 1. He drew a walk earlier today. Wall delivers. Liner to third base. Candelario puts it away for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Brings the second baseman Drew Robinson to the plate. Robinson 0 for 3. And he works a walk. He's on at first base with average speed. Whoops. Oh, Glover's ready. He's on at first base with average speed for Jason Kreisen. Kreisen 0 for 3. Wall throws over to first. Robinson back. Checks a runner, delivers to Kreisen at the plate. Ground ball to second. Profar up with it, throws to first. Kreisen's retired. Robinson moves up to second base. That brings Justin Turner to the plate. Turner 2 for 3 today. Line shot to left center field. Ooh, Brinson's able to put it away to end the Pirates' threat here in the top of the 8th. Score still tied 1-1. Oh yeah, I just found out Christian Yelich, who was injured, had a quote-unquote setback, and he's out for another 8 weeks. So he's going to be out past the end of the season. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 8th, Jurickson Profar. Profar 1 for 3. Ground ball to second. Robinson up with it, throws out Profar at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down, that brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson 0 for 3. Line shot to deep center field. Did Brinson get all that one? Yes, he did! Home run Brinson. He takes Syndergaard deep and puts the Reds ahead 2-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Clutch hit by Lewis Brinson. All right, let's get Edwin Diaz up in the bullpen then. That brings Adrian Gonzalez to the plate. Gonzalez 0 for 2 with an RBI. Ground ball to second. Robinson up with it, throws out Gonzalez at first. 2 down. Brandon Moss stands in. Moss 0 for 3. Line shot down the right field line that gets down for a base hit for Moss. He's on at first base with 2 outs for Heimer Candelario. Candelario 1 for 3. Deep drive to center field. Oh, but Granderson puts it away. Nice catch by Granderson. Stole extra bases and probably another run. The Reds go down here in the bottom of the 8th, but they score a run on the Lewis Brinson solo home run. They now lead the Pirates 2-1 after 8. Let's see. I'm going to put Edwin Diaz in at we'll get David Freese into the game at first base. And we'll have Ozzie Albies take over at second. Maximize the defense. You know, I might even get Albert Almora into the game. I didn't think about that. No, I'll leave it like that. I'll need somebody on the bench. So top of the ninth, new pitcher for the Reds, Edwin Diaz. Diaz 2-3 with a 2.3 ERA. Struck out 71 batters in 47 innings pitched. He blew a save at the beginning of the series. Hopefully he's got better stuff today. He'll be facing the right fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 0-3. New first baseman for the Reds, David Freese. Ozzie Albies in at second. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws to first. Arcia is retired for the first out of the inning. One down, that brings Xander Bogaerts to the plate. Bogaerts 2-3. Line shot to center field, gets down for a base hit for Bogaerts. He's on at first with one down for Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 1-2. He's also drawing a walk. Base hit to center for Hosmer. Pirates now have runners at first and second. With only one out for the catcher Hector Sanchez. Sanchez 0-2. Diaz delivers. Looper to center. Brinson's able to make the catch though. 2 down in the inning now. Curtis Granderson steps in. Granderson 0-1. Looper to left. Oh! Moss is able to make a nice diving catch out there. Saves the Reds here in the top of the ninth, and they defeat the Pirates 2-1. Oh, wow. Diaz always likes to make it interesting. A little bit more often than I'd like him to. Oh, Reds with a much-needed win over Noah Syndergaard and the Pirates. I think we're 2 games out now. Yep, 2 games out. I don't know where we're at in the wild card. We're the second wild card and 1.5 games up on the Giants. Thank you. I really needed that win. I'll check the waiver wire real quick. We're coming up on the roster expansion. I'm probably going to take advantage of that. Oh, you too, Al. Thank you. You have a great day too. This guy should probably be at least at Dayton. Alright, I'll go ahead and finish today, and I'll be set for the next series versus New York. Oh, another player coming off the DL. Let me check out my pitching staff, and I should be ready for the series at New York. Oh, actually, they're here. I'm sorry. And it was a nice win. I think I'm going to end the stream here for now. Thank you for watching.